Hello and welcome to this Prospect 365 CRM video where we'll be looking at how to configure your problem statuses. Problem statuses should represent the stages that your typical customer query will journey through. For example, your first status may be acknowledgement sent, and the next would be in hand, then finally having either confirmed successful or unable to progress as your closing status within the problem pipeline. To add your problem statuses to a problem pipeline, you must first configure these. To configure your problem statuses, you will require Prospect 365 administrator rights. To edit your problem statuses, click on the Settings icon in the bottom left-hand corner. Once within the Settings Center, navigate to the Service section and scroll down until you find the Problem Statuses option. By clicking the Click to Configure, the Configure Problem Status window will open, where all of your current statuses will be listed. To add a new problem status, click on the plus icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You will then be asked to give the new problem status a description. Please make sure this is relevant to the customer service stage the status will be used for. For example, information requested. Once happy with your new description, just click Create. Now you've added the problem status, you will need to choose some additional preferences for this status. You can do that by clicking on the pencil icon in the right-hand column. This will then pop up a side panel where it will list all the different types of configuration you can set for this particular status. In the CRM, you can ensure users take ownership of a particular record by setting them a recall, or otherwise known as a task. As a result, you can determine whether a recall is required within this drop-down here. Next, we have the close state. So if this status is going to be a closed status, such as confirmed successful or unable to progress, then you need to ensure the dead flag has been selected. Next up, you have the status outcome. So the status outcome is whether it's going to be positive, neutral, or negative. For example, a unable to progress status, as we have open here, may be a negative outcome, whereas a closed status may be a positive one. You can just choose the correct outcome within the drop-down. You can also choose whether a problem, once within this particular status, can be edited, read only, or only admin users can edit. Again, just simply click on the required option. Finally, the status detail can be helpful when trying to further clarify this particular status. For example, a status of unable to progress doesn't really explain why, so you may have a second status detail for no spare part or customer went to a competitor. To add a status detail, just click on the plus icon here and just give it a description. Once happy with all your amendments within the side panel, just click out and then all of those will be changed and ready to be used by your CRM users.